Tulsi Gabbard is a former member of Congress, a former presidential candidate, and one of the very few people in the world who went on television after this invasion a year ago and said, this could get really dangerous. You were right. And now that China is aligning with Russia and supporting the Russian war effort effectively against us, this seems like a massive turning point.
Well, you heard it from Zelensky himself talking about the consequences of World War III. The thing is, he has made very clear that that's where he thinks we are already, that we are in World War III. Ukraine is the tip of the spear. And this is how he justifies making demands of the United States and all of these NATO countries to equip him with all of the weapons and aircraft and tanks that the United States and NATO have to go and fight this war that we are in against Russia. He is doing everything that he can to bring us and NATO into this war, directly into conflict with Russia. You remember when their Ukrainian missile defense system unfortunately had a missile that went into Poland and killed 2 civilians on a farm. What did Zelensky say? His very first thing, first person on camera saying, hey, this is a direct attack against a NATO ally. US and NATO, you must go and attack Russia. The scary thing to me, Tucker, is to hear people like Zelensky, to hear Democrats and Republicans in the United States Congress and Biden administration officials speak so calmly and with a straight face about World War III. Exactly. How would it be won? How would we respond to the use of tactical nuclear weapons? What are our options in this battlefield? Forgetting what Ronald Reagan said when he said a nuclear war cannot be won and therefore should never be fought. This World War III, this path that we are on, unless we change course, it will result in nuclear war. You've all of the nuclear armed countries in the world on this path towards a head-on collision.
May I just ask you a really quick question? So Zelensky, who I think this country has borne with great patience, actually, for the last year, has repeatedly said, I've got a border dispute with my neighbor, Russia. You live thousands of miles away. You're not connected. But because of that border dispute and their invasion of the eastern half of my country, your whole family could die, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. Why aren't Americans rising up as one and saying, you're suggesting it's okay that my family dies? No, it's not okay. Off the stage. Like, why are we putting up with this, honestly?
You know, you look at the lies that the American people are being told by President Biden, by Mitch McConnell, by these warmongers in both parties, selling this lie that this is about defending freedom and democracy. And as he said, there's no greater threat to that democracy than this fight against, this war against Russia. They are the ones who are undermining our democracy. They are the ones who are denying the American people our constitutional right to have a say whether or not we go to war or not. It is an affront to the Constitution and every single American, and we should all be raising hell about this because it is our future, the future of the world, that's at stake.
I agree. I mean, how much weed are people smoking? This is a real issue. This is not one of the fake issues, you know, that we...
There is no more real issue than this.
Oh, I agree. Tulsi Gabbard, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Tucker.
And for maintaining your bravery.